A Texas woman pretended she was her daughter in school. She posed as her 13-year-old. She
Samantha,
made it
we were talking about this.
Oh my gosh,
today.
I saw this.
About this.
Yeah,
I saw this.
She looks about as tall as a average Pearson. Casey Garcia dyed her hair and used skin tanner to pose as her 13-year-old daughter before entering San Elizario Independent School District campus. Sitting through her daughter's classes, she documented her day as a 7th grader on social media and said on YouTube that she conducted a social experiment. Here we go. On
the line, big time. My husband's cousin just called me and said that it made the news. I don't watch the news because I find it depressing. I'm going to try to make this as short and simple as I can so I do not have to edit. And I'm going to try to make it not so interviewy.
She's so
I have not watched this video yet. She is an interesting fellow. All right, let's continue.
Okay.
Do this so people could be mad at me and I could never walk around El Paso again. Which honestly, you guys are awesome.
This woman is interesting.
She goes on like this for 12 minutes?
12 minutes. She didn't want to edit.
Fantastic.
She didn't want to edit.
Did this to prove
She totally
did
has sent
it,
her
but
feedback.
God.
public school system, the private school system is not really... Let me explain my
Okay, see, that was the point right there.
Pauses.
I would have edited right there. I would have just, listen, you are 51 seconds in. Just redo it. Just redo it at this point. But anyway, here we
I
go.
had to put on the tanner and I had to dye my hair because Julie's hair is darker.
What?
I wanted to go as Julie. I wasn't going as my daughter. I wasn't trying to go to impersonating another child. I wasn't.
That's what you
So
did.
you were impersonating what? A 30-year-old at a high school? Is that what you were trying to impersonate?
Trying to be someone
This was
else.
like
Trying to be my
Inception.
kid
Oh.
and my kid only.
She's so dramatic.
What?
This the entire
The
time.
hell?
Yeah,
Whether
as you should be,
believe it
because
or
you're
not,
committing a felony,
on you.
probably. Her lashes look great. Gotta give her credit.
I mean, yeah.
Very nice.
I mean, she looks great. Her hair, too. Fantastic.
She was arrested for a traffic warrant after a tip by what she thinks was the school superintendent. Is that what happened? I love it. I haven't read it, so here we go.
I walked in. They asked me for my ID number. They asked me for my ID number, and I gave it to them.
So you gave it to them like it was the social security number in the movie Big. Or you're missing a few numbers. 26. All right.
down. Julie had told me, and I memorized it. I
Combination.
wrote down my ID number and my name, and they said, "Did you sign in?" And I said, "Yes, I signed in." And they said, "Okay." They let me walk right on through. I then said hello to the principal, and then I spoke to another faculty member, and then I went to all my classes. I even
All my classes that she's not enrolled in.
ate lunch without a mask. Now, the news station in El Paso, KT whatever, I don't watch the news.
It's my favorite station.
So
It's
real.
BT Whatever.
Love her. Okay.
Okay.
Here we go.
She commented,
I don't
they're
know, I
making
don't
it
watch
look really bad. Like, I just wanted to go to middle school for shits and giggles. And I'm going to be 100% myself because now my integrity is being put on the line.
You snuck into a school and went to all the classes. What integrity. All right.
Which is fine. I don't care what you think. But
I don't care what you think. Here's a 12-minute, 47-second explanation as to why I'm not.
But I
Wasn't
did.
she trying
Yeah,
to prove
edited.
that schools don't care who's there? Wasn't she trying to prove how easy it was to get
Yes.
in?
Man,
Yes.
those who matter don't mind, and those who mind don't matter. There you go. That's the
Right,
saying.
but wasn't she just trying to prove how easy it was to get into a school? I mean, she did. She proved it.
Yes.
But she's also like
That's what
trying to
she was
pretend
trying to
that
prove.
she's like.
She's
trying to pretend like she
impersonating a
didn't.
Well,
13-year-old.
I mean,
I'm
she's
not
an idiot.
impersonating
She
a
can't put a
13-year-old.
sentence together. I
No.
understand that she can't put a sentence together to save her life, but she was trying to prove how easy it was to get into a school and go all day.
Sure. It used to just be.
Yes.
I remember, like back in the day. Like, okay, so this might seem like crazy times, but like 20 years ago, you could walk into a school and you wouldn't be flooded by 16 different people because you wouldn't be afraid that you were going to get shot to death in school, right? Imagine if we could just do that. That'd be great. I was just saying. Okay, here we go. That's a long pregnant pause.
The school was so concerned that my phone was out that they weren't even paying attention to who I was or what I was, besides, what I was doing. But
Impersonating a 13-year-old.
they never interacted with me. It was always, hey, put your phone away. Hey, put your phone away.
Because they wouldn't think a grown-ass woman would do that.
I wasn't even a person. I was just, hey, put your phone away.
But you do get that she's
You're
right.
impersonating a 13-year-old.
Yes and no.
Here's the
Okay,
thing,
so
and
here we
I
go.
agree with
She's
I
right.
agree with Michelle.
She
She is a shitty interviewer. I mean,
Terrible.
I could do
Yeah.
that and I could make it sound far better, but she's right.
Absolutely.
Garcia documented her day as a 7th grader on social media and said on YouTube that she conducted the social experiment to show that schools need better security. She went on to say that she made it through all 7 periods before the last teacher noticed she wasn't her daughter. Garcia was later arrested on charges of criminal trespassing and tampering with government records, as well as an unrelated traffic warrant. So, yeah, I mean,
I think that she's right, but
there's a better way to do
still
it, guys.
impersonating
Yeah,
the
I mean-
13-year-olds.
What's the better way to do it? You can't give anyone a heads up. I don't think she should have been arrested. I think
Literally
the school should
get
be
in
trouble.
and then say, okay, I'm in. You just let me in and I'm 30. That's it. You stop at the
okay,
front.
No, she was there the entire freaking day.
She didn't
that's-
have to be
that's
there the
why she's
entire day,
insane.
though.
She has,
So-
she has a case.
Right.
No, I totally agree with what she did. I hope that schools
too.
change. I
But
totally
you're
agree.
also nuts. You have to keep that in mind.
The
I also
fault
I'm
is-
also
is
a parent with children in school.
Exactly.
And if I
But
found out that a 30-year-old
I'm
snuck
a
into my kid's
child,
school,
and
I would
If you
kill
don't
him.
have kids in school, you don't really get an
I'm-
opinion.
I'm 18, and I think that what she did was right too. It is easy
Prove
to get in
it.
schools.
It is. So hopefully things will change now.
Yes, Nick. Nick has been trying. He has his hand
whose
up.
fault? Whose fault is it more? Is it the hall monitor's fault or her first period teacher's fault? Because
Or
the hall
second or
monitor
third.
sees, or second or third or fourth or fifth or sixth, seventh.
Yeah.
Because the hall monitor sees hundreds of kids. They don't know who each kid is.
It's a
each
blur
kid
of
is.
little jerks walking down the hall.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The kids' teachers should know better, so it's their
Absolutely.
fault more than anybody else's.
Yes.
I
It
agree.
shouldn't have
As
gone
it
that
is,
far. You're right.
You
It
have
took
teachers that already
It
have.
took 6 hours for someone at the school to realize that she was 30 and not a 13-year-old child. It took
And
6
no
and a half
mask
hours
during
for someone
lunch?
to realize it.
But
Yeah,
here's
no
here's
mask during lunch.
But
Come
here's the other thing you got to keep in mind. These teachers used to have like 20 people in a classroom. Now they have like 36. And they also have to learn triage for if there's a school shooting, how to save a child's life. Like they're being, it's kind of like police officers where they're being told to do so much more than what their profession really calls for. That it's like, yeah, things are gonna freaking go through they're gonna go
Here's the
into
thing.
the cracks.
Here's the thing, though. This is where I draw the line. I see both sides. Did she ever bring this to the attention of the school before doing this undercover thing and saying, hey, I think you need to tighten your security? And then they just ignored her and then she did it? Because then absolutely I'm on her side 100%. But if she just decided to do this social experiment without first bringing her concerns to school administration and then do it to test it, a little weird.
Yeah, that's a little bit because
I don't think she should have given him a heads up.
this.
at all.
I don't think
but-
she should have. No.
Well, yeah, you need to let your employees know, hey, we're gonna have secret
Well, I don't mean
shoppers soon.
heads up. I don't mean heads up. I don't
But
think
just
she
like
should do
address
that.
it with them first,
Just
like,
saying,
yo, you need better
addressing
security.
them and then
Yeah.
asking
Yeah, but
your
the
daughter,
stores
hey,
don't know
have
that
they...
secret shoppers are coming in.
Sometimes.
No,
But you
but
don't even
I'm
need
not
to do
saying-
that, but you're trying to voice
Yeah,
an
I'm
opinion
saying-
first.
Yeah, I'm
Voice what
saying,
you think.
Yeah. And then voice the opinion first. Ask your daughter, follow up with your kids. Have you seen a change? Have you seen a change? No, I haven't. Then yeah, go renegade mom, full on, and be like, this is my receipts. I have brought this as attention to the school. I tried to go through the proper channels, and they didn't do it. So I took it into my own hands.
But do we know that, like, remember the story of that woman that snuck into the high school to try to get people to like her Instagram? And she was like 28.
it's crazy.
And we all had a
Okay,
big
she
laugh at
was
her.
weird.
She was
But
nuts.
she's not
was-
weird?
she
You
was
didn't
weird.
watch her?
But she didn't do it.
Oh, she's
She
a
didn't
terrible
do it for-
interviewer.
Yeah,
Please,
she
you've
didn't do
had
it
people
for
on
the-
this show that can't put a sentence together, Shawn.
like me.
No. What are you nuts?
No, definitely me.
I'm not going to switch it to you, Alex. You're new. And you're a professional orator, so. Beautiful man. You did raise your hand. Did you have something you were going to say? Or?
So I'm actually kind of in the middle on this.
Wait,
just because
what? Hold on. What?
The only,
He's from
the
Texas.
only reason
Let's
why.
say.
So the only reason
love
why
You dated
is
her once.
because no.
Shawn.
Can we show her again? Maybe. No, just kidding. Because the school has since been quoted as saying that we need to update our security measures, obviously.
Sure.
So if her goal was to do this and it wasn't being done through other means, and she did this, maybe she just took one for the team.
This is
I don't endorse the way.
Yeah.
I don't endorse what she did or how she did it, but it obviously had a positive effect if they're now reevaluating their security measures.
This is the equivalent of spray painting the fucking balls on the potholes on the street. So they finally paid it. Okay,
That's
I can
right.
see it there.
I remember that story.
But
I feel like security at schools have been an issue since as long as I've been in school.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the other thing I would say is she's wearing a mask the whole
everybody
time.
knows it's an issue.
Yeah, she was trying to show how easy.
Here's the other thing:
she's
she's probably wearing a mask the entire time, so it's probably lax
And she
anyway. They
wears
probably can't tell the
glasses.
kids to take their masks off,
Yeah.
So because of school
There's a
policy, so.
Show on TLC called Smothered, where one daughter mother pair looks almost exactly alike. There we go. Seriously, what does her daughter look like if she was that convincing? Well, I mean, if you saw the picture of her, I mean, she is got the hoodie and the whole 9 yards on. So I used to work in a middle school and could never mistake.
If you saw me and my mom with masks on, you could tell the difference between us.
We do not look alike, though.
No, you don't look alike.
Yes,
That's
we
why.
do.
No, you don't.
We don't.
No, you don't. You don't. I used to work at a middle school and could never mistake 13 for 30, crow's feet, or a dead giveaway.
There's literally a movie on how different 13 and 30 is.
The poor daughter probably has to be homeschooled now, mortified forever. Cleave the land saying,
thought of that.
"This lady is an entitled
Ashley.
whack job."
Oh my God,
man.
Ashley's right.
Yeah, she's definitely probably sent her steak back a couple of times.
Yeah.
Oh, I never thought about that.
She's a Karen. She's a Karen.
She's a Karen.
She's kind of a Karen.
But she got
Now,
some
I do agree.
positivity out with the
Karen.
positive outcome out of it.
And she could have done it in a different way that wasn't so thirsty for media attention.
That's all
But,
it was.
like-
Yeah,
True.
and the YouTube video is a bit much.
Yeah,
It's
it's
a bit
extra.
much,
She's
but
extra.
I can't help but
12
be like,
out.
I mean,
Yeah,
it
12
could've been
Got her all
edited.
kinds of
Much.
attention. I mean, maybe something will change at that school.
I'm
Dude.
just saying if she did it
And
in
they
a
said
different
it
way.
would.
Do you like Texas better or Deep in the Dumb of Texas?
Texas.
Texas.
Oh, that's
I think Texas's work. Just one
Deep
Texas.
in the
word.
Dumb of Texas. All right, Texas.